But if your role models were superstars and rappers and all these people that we see around us, and people that, athletes, if those were your models, if those people, you knew their biography, when they were born, when they died, and how much points they averaged, and what clothes they wore on a specific occasion, and you memorize these specific details and what they like to eat for dinner, but you don't know about your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you're going to have a difficult time answering this question. Man hadha rajul الذي بعث فيكم. Who is this man that was sent to you? فالاستفادة من الحياة قبل الموت is very, very important. Benefiting from your life before you die is very, very important. يقول الحسن البصري رحمه الله: يا بني آدم إنما أنت أيام كلما ذهب يوم ذهب بعضك. Hasan al-Basri, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on him, one of the righteous men, he said, "O son of Adam, ya ibn Adam, innama anta ayyam, you are but days. Kullama dhahaba yawmun, every time a day leaves, dhahaba ba'duk, some of you leaves." Subhanallah. Al-muhasabatu nafs. You are days. You are days. One day is gone, some of you left. Another day is gone, some of you left. Every time something goes, a day goes, you're getting closer to your qabr, the last day. So do not be of those people who don't benefit from their time. Rather be of those who benefit from their time. Now, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, we'll speak about how do we implement this? How do we become people who actually are from those who benefit from their time? Unfortunately, and I want you to pay attention, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, if you look at our neighbors, the people that we live amongst, on their days off, where do they go? Give me some answers. Non-Muslims, huh? Malls. And they go early at times. Where else? Restaurants, right? That weekend, they're not working, so what do? They want to benefit from their time, so they go out and eat breakfast. They don't go back to sleep after they wake up. They wake up in the morning, right? They hit the road, and they go have breakfast with their children, their friends, right? And whatnot. So they're benefiting from their time. Not getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I'm speaking about benefiting from their time. What else do they do? Many of them, they have cottages, right? Many of them, they have cottages. So what they do, they go out to their cottage for the weekend. They have a house, but they have a cottage too. So they want to leave the city, they go to their cottage. Are they benefiting from their time? That's their time. They're benefiting from their time. I'm talking about in an Islamic way, right? I'm talking about from a non-Islamic perspective. They're benefiting from their time. So they have something called idaratul waqt, schedule, timetable. I'm going to do this. They already reserved their tickets for 6 months. They know where they're going to go in 6 months. Vacation, so and so. Already. So when we live amongst people who are, planning already for 6 months, 1 year, maybe even 2 years, they already have these things planned for the weekend, what they're going to do, where they're going to go. They buy tickets ahead of time online to specific occasions they're going to go. The Muslim, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, has to benefit from their time as well, but in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So alhamdulillah, if there are Muslims who have cottages, they want to go, la mushkila, go. Benefit from your time. If you want to go on vacations, alhamdulillah. Umrah, alhamdulillah. Do these things, alhamdulillah. But what I'm talking about is, and I want you to understand is, idaratul waqt. There are people who are professional in this. How to benefit from your time. How to take advantage of your time. And you're not going to get that way by being somebody who procrastinates, somebody who delays things. يؤخر عمل اليوم إلى غد. The thing he wants to do today, he says, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I will do it. I will do it, inshallah. Yes, inshallah, you will do it. But where is the asbab? Are you coming with the asbab, and are you benefiting from these things? So, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, brothers and sisters in Islam, we spoke about a number of hadith regarding time, how you benefit from your time, how you should benefit from your time, what you should be doing. Now it's up to you and me, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, to be from those people who actually make this a part of their lifestyle, right? Bi'idhnillah ta'ala. You have to have jihadun nafs, mujahadatun nafs. You have to fight your desires. Because the nafs loves raha. The nafs loves to relax. The nafs likes to chill out, right? Sit down, watch sports, watch movies, eat ice cream, cookies with milk, for the young children. These things, the nafs loves raha. Raha has its time and ibadah has its time. Because these things that you are doing, subhanallah, are not going to benefit you as if somebody who worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We went over a number of hadith and some ayat from the Quran regarding time and its importance and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed us the importance of time. We also spoke about some of the hadith as I mentioned, and we gave some examples of how we should bi'idhnillah ta'ala benefit from our time. So it is upon you to hasten and benefit from your time. Once you have this message bi'idhnillah ta'ala conveyed to you, this is a hujjatun laka aw alayka. It's going to be for you or against Yawm al-Qiyamah. Bi'idhnillah ta'ala. So if there's another halaqah or another khutbah or a muhadara and the shaykh or the da'i or the ustadh or the imam speaks about this, you should have already benefited from it. Starting from today. Be people who hasten. Be people who do good when they listen. Be people who strive. Do not say, I will do it, in next week or 1 month or 1 year. Be somebody who's bi'idhnillah ta'ala benefiting from their time bi'idhnillah ta'ala. If there are any questions regarding the theme, the mawdu' bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Inshallah, I think you had a question? Somebody had a question? Any questions bi'idhnillah ta'ala from the sister side, inshallah? I don't know if there's a brother who's getting any question from the sisters. Maybe they have some questions bi'idhnillah ta'ala regarding these issues that we're speaking about. If there are any questions, inshallah, I'm pretty sure there may be a brother who wants to ask a question here, but he is shy. So if you have a question bi'idhnillah ta'ala regarding time, you can ask, inshallah. Tafaddalu. No questions, inshallah. Tfaddal, Sheikh. Subhanallah. The brother asked, does disobedience take barakah away from your time? Na'am. Disobedience takes barakah away from your time. If you disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, barakah means blessing. Inshallah. Barakah is the blessing. So by disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, doing something haram, is the blessing going to be taken away? Yes. And on top of that, you are sinning. Right? And on top of that, you are sinning. So there are times where you, subhanAllah, notice that you benefit a lot from your time. SubhanAllah, there's more barakah in your time, you say. Right? And by obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's barakah in your time. Bidnillah ta'ala, you benefit from your time because you are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are you doing? You're getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be pleased with you. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give you the hasanat. As opposed to the one who disobeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the barakah is going to be taken away, they're going to be sinning, and they're going to be held accountable Yawm al-Qiyamah for the time that they wasted. Any other questions, inshallah, regarding al-istifada min al-waqt, benefiting from our time? So I'll ask a question, inshallah, if there are no questions to be asked. How do we benefit from our time? How? From all this, we spoke about different ways to benefit from our time. How do we benefit from our time? What do we take out of this halaqah? December 31st, 2018, after Maghrib, we spoke about how we benefit from our time. Is it okay to make a New Year's resolution? Is it haram? Is it haram? That's one way you can benefit, inshallah. We didn't say celebrate. That's not what we said. We don't celebrate New Year's. But it's okay for you to say today, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, I'm going to sit down with my soul, with my nafs, I'm going to write a list of things. Resolution, inshallah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a list, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Right? We have our own calendar, the Hijri calendar, 1440. Right? That's the calendar that we use. But it's okay if you want to make a New Year's resolution. You say, you know what? 2020, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, I'm going to memorize 5 juz of the Quran. I'm going to memorize 10 juz of the Quran. I'm going to memorize the whole Quran. I'm going to memorize some hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? I'm going to take my child and put them in Quran class. I'm going to go to Quran class to study the Quran. Right? I'm going to improve my time management. I'm going to spend less time, going to occasions that I don't benefit from. I'm going to spend less time, doing things. Instead, I'm going to sit with my family, sit together, and we're going to read Riyadul Salihin every day after Maghrib, for example. I'm going to sit with my wife and my kids. We sit down 5 minutes. We read from the book of Riyadul Salihin, hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Make a resolution like this. This is how you're going to benefit. This brings you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you have to have accountability. If you want to benefit from your time, somebody has to hold you accountable for your time. If you're strong enough to hold yourself accountable, which is very rare, right? You have to have somebody who is a murabbi, somebody who is keeping you in check all the time. If that may be your wife, alhamdulillah, accept that, right? Somebody who holds you accountable. If you don't have a sheikh and you want your wife to be your sheikha, la mushkila. If your wife is a good teacher and she knows the Quran, and alhamdulillah, she's going to teach you, be somebody who's humble, learn from her. And if she says you didn't memorize your lesson and she's going to hold you accountable, you better accept that accountability, and so forth. For the young youth who come to, who go to school, who go to university, who are very busy, make yourself a schedule. Alhamdulillah, now in the center, Khalid bin Walid, there are different programs that are established for the youth. There were programs before, but now, alhamdulillah, you have more. I don't think